Have you ever seen a landing page that tried to turn you into a lead while simultaneously telling you they're not going to sell you the thing you're actually looking for? Me either. At least not until I came across this landing page from an investment company. Hi, I'm Paige from the Impact Copywriter, and I help founders and marketers run higher converting campaigns by focusing specifically on their marketing messages, or as we call it, the copy. Today, I'm going to share a landing page example with you that I came across while I was doing competitor messaging research for a client. Now, at first glance, this landing page looks just like any other lead gen landing page. That is, until you start actually reading the copy. Let's take a look. This is the landing page in question. So how I came across this landing page is that I was doing some competitor messaging audits for a client, and this campaign in question was driven by a Google search ad. So I searched for guaranteed annuity rates and pulled up a few of the ad results that came up at the top of the page, and this was one of them. So at first glance, this of course looks just like any of the other landing pages that showed up in this search. There's, some quick information about annuities and then a lead form that asks you for information so that they can contact you and discuss your investment options. Now, the interesting part about this landing page is a little bit further down. So if we scroll to the About Annuities section, and let me zoom in here so you can see it in larger font. If you read this section, in the second paragraph, you will see Fisher Investments does not sell annuities. Now, keep in mind, that's what I searched for. That's what all of the messaging on this page is about. We never have and we never will. Why? We believe anything you can do with an annuity can be done better with other investment vehicles. So you can see here, people are searching for annuity rates. And this landing page is meeting that expectation. It's collecting their information so that a financial advisor can reach out and discuss their investment options. But if we actually dig into the body copy, they don't sell annuities. Now, you're not going to realize that as a visitor to this page unless you read all of the copy and actually get to this section, because the page is written from the standpoint of meeting the visitor's expectation about finding information for annuities. Now, with that in mind, we can go back to the hero and then start to see that there is a little bit of a tone of skepticism or this feeling of them not being a huge fan of annuities, but it's very subtle. So you can see here in the body copy underneath the headline, we are wary of annuities which often claim safe or guaranteed income. And we're here to help you make an informed decision to determine if an annuity will benefit your unique financial situation. So there's a little bit of skepticism here. We are wary of these annuities that make these claims. Then in our second bullet point, see how much guaranteed income for life could cost you in annuity fees. So again, we have the term cost. So there's a little bit more of a negative tone here. In our third bullet point, they're going to break down the fine print in annuity contracts. A lot of times when we talk about fine print, it has a negative connotation, so that's also true here. They're subtly communicating that there are some sneaky things going on in the fine print in annuity contracts. And then in our last bullet point, we have the word trade-offs, which is usually a negative word. Of course, it depends on context, but in this case, it can be perceived as slightly negative. So what I think is incredibly interesting about this page is the fact that I, as the visitor, am searching for annuity information. And this page is meeting that expectation while simultaneously saying that they're not going to sell me an annuity, that they actually have better investment options. What else is interesting about this page is that fact is very subtle. So you get a sense of it reading some of the body copy at the top, but the rest of the page, if you're just skimming, seems like you're going to talk to someone about your annuity investments, about choosing annuities, right? So annuity is woven into all of the major real estate on this landing page, in the hero, in our heading above the form, in our crossheads for, exclusive annuity insights. All of these blog posts are specific to annuities. And if we scan the FAQ section, we can see that it's so subtle they don't even include it as an FAQ. So I could see the temptation to want to add an FAQ to this page that's to the effect of, why does Fisher Investments not recommend annuities? But they don't actually talk about that. So it's a very subtle statement that they're making about not selling annuities. I imagine this is intentional because when people land on this page, they're interested in annuities. So they're using what I believe it's Marie Forleo calls like the Trojan horse method, where you meet people with the expectation they have, and then through that sales process or that funnel or whatever that experience is for the visitor, then you start to introduce what's actually the most beneficial option for the prospect. You have to pull them in first, right? You have to pull them in with the Trojan horse and then tell them what they need to know about annuities, why annuities isn't the best option, and why they recommend XYZ financial product instead. Keep in mind, I have no idea how well this landing page is performing or even if the strategy is working, but it certainly is an interesting test. How about you? Have you tried something similar in the past? How did it go? Or could this be a strategy that would make sense for you in the future? Let me know in the comments below.